Alright, what's up everyone? Snoopaloop7 back with another map navigation video. This episode, as you can see, is on the map Studio, aka Firing Range. And this is easily one of my all-time favorite maps ever since it was Firing Range back in Black Ops 1. Just absolutely loved it. I was really excited when they brought it back for Black Ops 2 as the remake now called Studio. And if you hadn't noticed already, the gameplay you're seeing is Ground War Domination. And Studio isn't a very big map, so when you're playing 9 versus 9 Ground War, it can actually get pretty clustered sometimes, and you're almost always near an enemy player. And in this gameplay, I go 73-9, even though it didn't really feel like a 73-9 type of game while I was playing it. It felt like I died a lot more than 9 times, and it definitely didn't feel like I got 73 kills. But a lot of my kills did come from kill streaks, my stealth chopper, and dogs. I think I get each of them twice. So they did some work this game. But you're going to see that we're actually losing for a good part of the game. It wasn't until the second half, partway through the second half, that we take the lead. So that's probably why I didn't feel like I was having a good game. But anyway, in terms of navigating the map, if you had Black Ops 1 and you played on Firing Range before, then you probably already know the map pretty well. So if you've got something that works for you, keep doing it. But what I like to do in Domination is to have control of one of the 3 buildings that is looking at the B flag. And those 3 buildings are the middle one, which you saw me in at the beginning of this gameplay. And that building is great for when you have C and B captured, because you can defend both of them really easily from that one spot. And if the other team has the B flag, you can use that building to keep the other team at bay so that your teammates can capture. Unfortunately, when I was in that position earlier, I ended up getting sniped from a guy that was in the tower because I wasn't paying attention very well. So as long as you don't make that same mistake I did, it's a great spot to keep them from getting to the B flag, and you can also turn around and protect the C flag if they try and flank. And the middle building is probably the best one to try and hold down, because chances are if you have that area really secured, you probably have the C and B flag, and so if you have 2 flags, you're probably going to be winning. Now, obviously, that isn't always going to be the case, but frequently it is. Now, the next building that I like to be in is the castle, and that's where you see me now. And again, from this spot, you can defend 2 flags, the B flag and the A flag. The only difference is that if your team needs to capture the B flag, it's a little bit more difficult to try and keep the enemy players from defending it. And where you see me looking right now is a great spot to catch people off guard as they run up to the A flag. And you want to have your back up against the wall, just barely peeking out over the edge so that you're not visible from the tower or the B flag. And right here, I'm able to pick up my stealth chopper and VSAT, and I really wanted to jump on the B flag, but there were just too many of them in the area, and a guy got a sniper hit marker on me, so I decided to leave the area before I died. And I'll admit that even though I have a VSAT up right now, I kind of started playing like a little bit of a wuss. And instead of running to them, I just kind of let them run to me, because I knew I was getting close to my dogs, and there was like 5 or 6 of them by the B flag, so running into the middle, even though I had a VSAT up, probably would have just ended up with me getting killed. So I kind of end up slow playing it, which I usually don't like to do, because I feel as though it's a waste of a VSAT if I'm not running around and getting kills while it's up. And I think I only end up getting 2 kills while my VSAT's up, which isn't good at all, especially on Ground War on such a small map. And so I end up just kind of floating around down here in the back by the pirate area. And this is actually where you don't want to be when you're playing Domination, because you're far away from all the flags, and you're an easy target when you're running out of the spawn. So if you can, you actually want to try and stay away from this area and try and force the other team to spawn down here, because as they're running out, they can be easy kills for you. And that's also why I'm kind of slow playing it right here, because I don't want to get killed as I try and leave this area. And I'm also about 50 points away from, well, I am 50 points away from my canine unit, because you'll see right here I destroy a tac insert, which gives me my dogs. And since there's obviously only about 40 seconds left in the round, I save my stealth chopper and canine unit for the second round. But you can see the other team has taken a pretty good lead on us, and I'm actually about halfway to getting through my kill streaks again, but I make a pretty bad mistake. So even though when I had a VSAT up, I didn't have the courage to run out into the open, apparently with no VSAT, with about 10 seconds left, I grew the balls to run out of the doorway right here, and I end up getting killed, ruining my streak I was on. And so at halftime, you can see I only had 16 kills. Some of my teammates had already left, One of my teammates, though, was doing work, had 46 kills, and we actually end up with the same number of kills at the end of the game. So that just shows how much work my kill streaks are going to do in the second half. Alright, and now I know I've gone off track there for a little while, but back to map navigation. The third building that I often like to use, and I actually don't think I use it in this game, but it's the small building that's across from the tower. The one that's by the aliens and the spaceship and stuff. And this place is good no matter what flags you have captured, whether it's A and B, C and B, if you only have one flag, whatever. Doesn't matter, because let's say you have the A and B flag. What I like to do is just look through the little window that's in there, and you can protect and defend the B flag really easily because they're almost never going to be looking there when they jump on the flag. And if for some reason they flank around the other side of the map and they jump on the A flag, you can easily just leave the building and you're right next to the C flag. So while they capture A, you can capture C and still have the double cap. And so again, with C and B captured, you can just go right to the same spot in the building and defend B again. And that's one of the reasons I really like that little room, because through that small window, you can see a large portion of the map. And now, like I was saying earlier, this gameplay didn't really feel like a 73-9 game, and I think that's because at the start of this round, I go like 2-7 in terms of gunfights. So even though my kill streaks were getting a lot of kills, I was rushing the B flag like an idiot and just getting killed every single time. So in terms of map navigation, that is definitely not what you want to do. You do not want to just start sprinting to the B flag. However, with the help of my kill streaks, me and my teammates were able to get the triple cap, which was much needed because we were down by almost 50 at this point. And they do take the A flag back from us a couple of times, but only for short periods. And you could see on the scoreboard there, I was up to 40 kills from the 16 I started with at the half, even though I barely had any gun kills, so my kill streaks were just going ham. And it just shows how score streaks can be a big game changer, because they can rack up a lot of kills on enemy players, and all you have to do is run around and capture the flags. And you can also see just how important having control of that middle building is, because in the first half, and even the start of this second half, the other team, for the most part, had control of that building, and that's why they were winning the entire time. But now that me and my teammates have control of that middle building, we have completely taken over the game. We've got them spawning on the outsides of the map. They're not able to get control of the castle or the small building by the aliens, and we're really just keeping them from getting any type of map control. And so that's why, like I've been saying, you gotta try and get control of one of those three buildings, or else you're not gonna be able to capture flags, you're not gonna be able to defend flags. So even if your team isn't doing well, just try and hold down one of those three areas and maybe try and rack up your score streaks and then use those to help you out as well. And I go on a nice kill streak here to end the game. I don't think I have any more deaths, and so I'm able to get to my dogs again, and then actually I get back to my stealth chopper and orbital VSAT with about like 10 seconds left in the game. I get back to those for a third time. So even if you're having a bad round like I was having at the start of this round, you can always put together that one good kill streak and it can make a big difference. And we also, I think, hold the triple cap for the entire rest of the game here. And also, if you're still watching the video at this point, you can leave a like rating and leave a comment below on what you like to do on the Map Studio. You can also check out the other videos I have, and if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. I've got another video coming out tomorrow. It's actually a live commentary, the first live commentary I've ever done, and it's a flawless game of Domination on Magma. So pretty cool, my first live commentary, I went flawless. So subscribe now so you don't miss that. But I will say this, it is the worst live commentary ever. I did not have any plans on what I was going to talk about going into it. It was just kind of spur in the moment, whatever, I'll try and make a live commentary. So it ended up being pretty bad. When I was listening to it back over, I was just laughing because there was just no substance to it at all. And because I'm not used to having to talk while playing, there were parts where I wasn't saying anything at all because I was so focused on the game and, not dying and stuff. So it's actually pretty funny how bad it was. But I am putting it up because, hopefully I can get better at it and I'll be able to see, what changes I made and how I improved, going from my first live commentary being really bad to hopefully getting better over time. But anyway, the game is just about over, and again you can see I get back to my stealth chopper and VSAT with just a few seconds left. So I call those in before the game ends, And you can see that at one point we were losing by almost 50, but we end up winning by almost 50. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.